What's up, YouTube? Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can keep getting these videos when they drop. And make sure you share my videos so everybody can see them, especially this one. Now, look, peoples, Jay-Z keeps taking heat over this NFL deal. You know, everybody been talking about it in the past week or whatever, so I decided to make a video. And like I said, he been taking heat over this, and rightfully he should be. Colin Kaepernick expressed how he felt by proclaiming that they haven't moved past anything. You know, these was Jay-Z's words. So I truly believe Cap, because nothing has changed in the NFL. Nothing has changed, you know. And Jay-Z will be afforded the opportunity to co-own an NFL team with someone else. I'm thinking like everybody else thinking that it may be the Rams, the LA Rams. Anyway, this is his reward for selling out Colin Kaepernick and being a good boy to his masters, which consists of some very wealthy men. You know, the NFL Commissioner Goodall and the LA Rams owner Stan Kroenke, just to name a few. Now, Colin Kaepernick posted a pic today that contradicted everything that Jay-Z had said in the press conference with the NFL Commissioner, Mr. Goodall, last week. Jay-Z said that we've moved past kneeling to actionable items. So Kaepernick posted this pic showing that there's still players protesting by kneeling, you know, and the pic shows Eric Reed, who has blasted Jay-Z openly and criticized him for his NFL deal, Kenny Stills, and Albert Wilson, all who still continue to kneel since Cap first started to kneel 3 years ago, starting his racial injustice protest. Now, all three of those NFL players are viewed as brothers of the struggle because they still continue to fight for the people, even with death threats being thrown at them. You see, what a lot of people don't understand is that this is not just about some little football game that Cap wants to play in. It's about justice and equality for our people. Anytime we protest and do the right thing for the people, there will always be death threats of many sorts. Always. You know, these players, including Cap, has put their lives on the line so that our younger brothers that come into the game will have a better chance at accomplishing whatever it may be that they need or want out of the NFL and not have to go through BS. And not only is the protest limited to just NFL players, though this is for the world to see just how racist these NFL owners and the commissioner is. These owners are looked upon as modern-day slave masters who barter, trade, and sell these players to each other. They sell these players to one another. That's all they are, modern-day slave owners, you know. And Jay-Z is a liar, too. He had told Jermaine Dupree to not take the deal he took from the NFL last week. Yeah, he told Jermaine Dupree not to take it, but he turned around and took it a year later. He's a bootlicking, conniving ass Negro. You know, he tricked Jermaine so he could take the deal and knew that they would come and offer it to him because he's their little token boy. You know, Jay-Z was asked about the kneeling directly during the press conference and just said right out that we're past it and ready to take it to the next steps, as if him and Colin had spoke and agreed upon this. But that's not the case. That's pure lying. He's a sellout for the money and doesn't care at all about none of our people. Jay-Z could care less about whether Colin Kaepernick plays in the NFL again. You see, peoples, you must understand that Jay-Z and his masters have been planning this for many years. Him and the Rams owner, Stan Kroenke, are definitely in bed together. And don't forget, the Rams owner has $1.6 billion invested in this new stadium through his Kroenke Sports and Entertainment business. He's one of the main components of gentrification in LA. And with all the oil fields in LA, who knows? If who knows if if the land he purchased is sitting on some oil. He already owns a ranch in Texas that sits on the oil field, and Inglewood produces millions of gallons of oil a year. In fact, there's many active oil wells on La Brea and Slauson. That's right down the street from the Marathon store. So now you can see why the Marathon store and everything around there is prime real estate, baby. You can see the bigger picture now, see? Anyways, this new stadium that's being built in Inglewood will also host a number of events. It'll host a number of events from Jay-Z's Rock Nation Entertainment Company. His company will also play an integral part in the NFL's entertainment operations, not just the halftime show, but the production and distribution of other new football-related content on streaming services. Now, if you know that Jay-Z acquired Tidal, which is a streaming service for music and podcasts. So this NFL deal wasn't by chance or luck. It was set up so that the NFL could purposely use someone they could trust to sell out and keep tabs on players they deem radical or militant because they go against the NFL's grain. And who did they use? None other than Jay-Z. None other than Jay-Z. And now they done threw an old dog a bone, because that's how they treat them, like a dog. In fact, they treat them less than that because they treat their dogs better. They treat them like humans. Anyway, it's just earlier, like earlier this year, Jay-Z's the Tidal streaming company was under investigation for falsifying streaming figures. So you see, you can't trust these type of people. They will lie, rob, steal, and kill when permitted in furtherance of their agendas. Believe that. And so now you have Kaepernick, after all the lying and capping that Jay-Z has done, he's speaking out against it. He's speaking out against him. He's speaking out against his sellout ass. He is definitely not cool with how Jay-Z fabricated that story about them getting past the kneeling. He didn't agree to that at all. They attempted to pacify the masses by having Jay lie. Anybody believing this story would think that since Jay made it seem as if Cap was past the kneeling and nobody was going to be doing it anymore, that he also would be playing in the NFL again. They always use our own people to manipulate us and try to pacify the masses with bullshit by pulling the wool over everyone's eyes. Look at how they doing Nipsey Hussle. Killed him, and then try to pacify the people by putting up a tower in his memory. That's how they do us. Eliminate all the ones who are for the people, the righteous ones, by killing them, and then put up a street sign, a school in their name, a park, or a statue in their memory. That's a slap in the face. You could do this while they're alive. You see, this is how Martin Luther King Jr. was done. This is how Malcolm X was done. This is how the 4 little black girls who were bombed at the 16th Street Baptist Church was done. Put up statues in their memory. No, the damage been done. You should honor them before if you really care about them, but you don't care. You do that to pacify the masses. And you have a lot of our peoples who sympathize with the enemies, crying and shit, proclaiming that they've helped us along the way and love us because of some statues in remembrance. Hell no. We wouldn't have to remember our leaders. We wouldn't have to remember our leaders if the powers that be stopped killing them simply because they opening up the eyes of the people and push knowledge throughout the communities. Shit, y'all push knowledge and open up the eyes of your peoples. Why can't we do it? I'm not cool with this at all because I know the real underlying facts. This is why Kaepernick is pissed off at Jay-Z, because he sees the underhanded, underlying devious games and wickedness that's being laid out in front of the world's eyes. And it's not cool. And it's being carried out with the billionaires in the shadows out of the world's view while they control the strings attached to this sellout ass puppet named Jay-Z. See, Jay-Z thought he was slick. He can't be trusted, right along with his masters. They can't be trusted. He showed us this in the past with ex-business partners and people that was on his Rockefeller label, whom was sold to the highest slave masters, you know. I mean, record execs and CEOs, you know. Now, this might happen all over again with the people who are up under contract with his sports agencies, the ones who play sports. They'll be sold and auctioned off just like the slaves were 400 and 500 years ago. This shit ain't nothing but modern day slavery, you know? That's all it is. It's modern day slavery. And believe me, y'all need to check into them oil fields. Check it out. Check it out. I always bring new knowledge I always bring new knowledge on my platform. I always do research. I'm always looking for new avenues and new angles on why this and why that could have happened and should have happened and probably did allegedly happen. But anyway, you know, only time will tell though. And it's been telling quickly nowadays. So, you know, what goes around come around is quick nowadays. So, you know, everything is being exposed. But anyway, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button and that notification bell so you can keep getting these videos when they drop. And make sure you share my videos. Peace out.